On Sunday, they had your competitor Dave Daughter had quite an article in the paper. He talks about his Senate Bill HB 2649 and 2116 about your voting record. Do you care to respond to any of that stuff in there?
Oh, I can respond a little bit of it. It's again not getting the whole story out. What we did with the 1% tax and insurance premiums, it was two things you should know about. One, we can't tax certain corporations and certain unions because it's against federal law, so we had no choice in that. We put a 1% tax in, very similar to what I talked about earlier, matched it with federal money 2-to-1, and used that money to ensure every child in the state of Oregon has health insurance by the end of this year, and it's working. We're going to have everybody insured in the next 2 or 3 months. Every child under 18. And you can argue pro or con about whether you think you should have universal coverage, but these children have no choice, and we want them all have health insurance and be covered. So that's what the money went for. The argument that we only taxed certain people in the state is not true. We taxed everybody we could, made it as broad as we could. Couldn't go any further than that because of federal law wouldn't allow us to do something called ERISA, and we haven't got time to get into this morning, but we thought about it, got legal opinions that we couldn't do it, so we got through what we did. And the insurance companies actually worked with us. I was one of the ones, there were 4 of us negotiating with the insurance companies on how big it should be, how it should be used. We sat down, they said, great, let's do it, match it up with the federal money. We want kids covered. So, it's something I was really proud of that we did last session. I was very happy with it. We matched that federal money and brought it down. And I don't like being hit on it in a campaign piece that doesn't tell the whole story. Because the whole story was a good thing for Oregon. Remember, we're a donor state. For every dollar that goes back there, we only get 90 cents back. This gave us a little bit more back. This program's working. It's sustainable. The insurers are happy with it. We're happy with it. And it actually, to a degree, lowers the premium overall, because when you get everybody insured and you spread it out, this thing called cost shift starts going away. Cost shift being the cost of taking care of people who don't have health insurance in the emergency room. Kids won't be seeing the emergency room anymore. They're not going to be going there with pneumonias and bronchitises and other illnesses. They're going to be taken care of in doctors' offices before they reach that emergency level. There'll be less hospitalization, less time in the emergency room, and so it's a fraction of the cost. So overall, the program saves money in health care. It ensures every child in Oregon has health care, and we leverage federal money to do it. It was a program everybody agreed with and thought it was a great program, and we got it through. We're all very happy with it. All I ask is when people want to go after on your record, just tell the truth, tell the whole truth. There's things that people will not like that I've done, and I'll accept that and go with it, but tell the whole truth.